Watching us overnight, you saw our Robert Arnold live as the storm made landfall there in Louisiana. Look at those pictures. He could barely stand up at times, along with his photojournalist Byron Nichols.
It was really a sight to see. And tonight he is back in Lake Charles. Robert, really good to see you, my friend, especially in daylight under calm skies.
Yes, definitely much calmer conditions, but the damage in Lake Charles is incredibly thorough. I don't think there's a single street that we didn't drive down that didn't have some form of damage. We're by the lakefront. Take a look at that office building that's right here on the lakefront. And as we got closer to that office building, you can see the tremendous amount of damage that was done inside. So it's not just cosmetic. It's not just blown out windows. There is a tremendous amount of damage going through that building. We're just across from the Civic Center, which didn't have that much damage. It fared much better, but still it's going to have its own issues as well. We've seen some blown out windows. Some of those, some of that stone facade's also been pushed in. We're also in somewhat of a staging area at this point. And if you bear with me, walk over here, you can see we've got several ambulances staged over there, so they can be at the ready for when people start getting back into their homes. If there's emergency calls that are needed, you've got several ambulances staged over here. We also have a lot of environmental contractors, remediators staging in this area so they can start getting into neighborhoods and start cleaning up houses. We've also got several fuel trucks here ready to start getting back into the neighborhood gas stations and start refilling those tanks. As I said, there wasn't a single street we passed that didn't have some form of damage. And let's take a look with our chopper. It was able to fly over the area, and one of the big things we saw that McNeese State University took a really huge hit. The new football stadium was flooded. There was damage to the baseball field. There was also brand new basketball stadium had just entire chunks ripped out of both the roof and the walls from just the sheer force of the wind that came through this area. The biggest problem is going to be the downed trees. Almost everywhere you had trees either uprooted or outright snapped in half. They pulled down power lines. We saw trees going to actual power substation and mangling the infrastructure in those power substations. So it is going to be a very long time before power is restored to many of the homes in this area. It's not going to be a simple act of actually just stringing the lines back up or repairing that. We've seen utility poles down everywhere, those substations that are mangled. There is going to have to be a lot of rebuilding before electricity can be restored. One of the cruelest things, though, that we have seen is because so many trees and power lines are down, a lot of people can't get into their neighborhoods, so they can't get an assessment of their homes. They evacuated, they've come back, now they're just waiting to see what the storm left for them. And in a lot of ways, there was a randomness to some of the destruction. Like some of the streets that we'd go down, yes, you would see some cosmetic destruction. You would see some shingles off, maybe some windows broken. But on other streets, you saw entire trees that just went through the middle of a house, destroying everything. You saw other people where they had the top half of their house literally looked like it had just been blown out from the pressure. It appears it was probably some tornadoes that went through the area based on some of the destruction that we were seeing. But as I said, we're looking at weeks, months of cleanup in this area and a long, long road to recovery. Reporting live from Lake Charles, Robert Arnold, KPRC, Channel 2 News.